Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Always Bayern Chelsea show. Recording this one on Saturday, June 21st here, and it's going to be a bit of an ad hoc episode. Jim and I are both out of pocket, but I wanted to come on here and give you my thoughts on the Bayern Munich Boca Juniors match in the group stage of the FIFA Club World Cup. Bayern Munich won this one 2-1. It was a scrappy match. It really pissed me off, to be frank, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. But if you cannot tell, I'm actually on the road right now as we speak, so the audio quality might not be the best. I'm going to try my hardest to go in after the fact and clean this up. And I don't know exactly when I will be able to put this one out, but I think I gotta come on here and say a few things. So, while Jim is away in the woods of Canada on a remote lake on a fishing trip, I am, a peek behind the curtain here. My day job is not always Bayern Chelsea, believe it or not. My day job is to be a photographer, and I am photographing the Indy Car Races at the Road America track in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. So this means I'll be up there all weekend, literally all day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I drive the hour there and back from Milwaukee and photograph the races. And today and tomorrow is going to be 95 degrees, walking, 20,000 steps, maybe 10 miles or so a day. I usually end up walking with my gear on the asphalt. So let's hope I make it out alive and have time to publish this one later tonight or something. But hey, it does beat sitting at a desk all day, every day. I will say that. So man, where do I start about this match here? Bayern Munich, Boca Juniors. I caught some of it on the way home. I was listening to it, and then I actually made it home in time to watch most of the match because it was such a late match. It started after 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. So, maybe a blessing in disguise or something because I was able to catch it. Bayern Munich won a gritty match, and Bayern Munich showed their mettle, in my opinion. They showed their elite mentality, their mental strength to come back and get the win in that one in a hostile environment. The officiating was bad. It was just poor, to be honest with you. And I'll talk more about it as we talk about the match. And it was such a hostile environment. It was a home match for Boca Juniors, basically, in Miami. All their fans from Argentina traveled up, and credit to them because they really were they were just raucous, and it seemed like a crazy crowd. So the match actually started out first half. Bayern Munich dominated Boca Juniors in the first half. They could do nothing. They hardly had possession. They had maybe one shot in the first half. I can't remember if this was first or second half, but they had one pretty good shot where Neuer had to make a save. But Bayern Munich's attack was on point. Really, really good match from Harry Kane, Kingsley Coman, and Michael Olise. I guess I should mention the full lineup, huh? Let's see here. I'm obviously going without notes. I'm on the road again, just a man solo on an empty freeway this early in the morning, but and honestly in the middle of nowhere too. So the lineup, yes, here we go. If I get anything wrong throughout this episode, do not hold it against me. We had Manuel Neuer in between the sticks. We had Konrad Laimer back in the lineup as right back. We had a center back combination of Josip Stanisic and Jonathan Tah, and Rafa Guerreiro at left back. Decent but not great match from the defense, in my opinion. I should say pretty good for the most part, outside of a few flubs, including the goal that was conceded. But I thought Neuer did pretty good throughout the match. Again, had a couple of key saves there. Konrad Laimer, I thought, did really good. It was nice to see him back in the lineup, especially for a physical match like this. You need a guy like Konrad Laimer in there to be a little bit of an enforcer and just honestly take no shit. Like, that's what Laimer does. So I was glad to see him in the lineup for this one. Tah did not really impress me. Stanisic, I thought, was pretty good. throughout the match. Guerrero, I thought, was pretty bad, honestly, throughout the match. So I think we're going to need to figure out what to do with Guerrero, because I don't think he can play a defensive role anymore at a high level. I think he can still be a utility guy somewhere on the pitch for this team, but I just don't see him, especially in a match like this, playing a defensive role. Like he was just getting bodied and kind of cooked out there. So that's how I felt about the back line. The midfield pivot was Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich. I thought Kimmich had a really good match. Goretzka, not so much, but I get the mindset of starting Goretzka in a match like this. I mean, he is a physical guy. Again, box-to-box guy. I feel like I always say that about Goretzka, but just physical, and you need that against a team like Boca Juniors, who is going to, nasty challenges, late fouls, like everything. Tons of cards, should have been more cards. You need some physical guys like that. And I thought Kimmich did a good job at being kind of a leader for Bayern and being a little bit of a physical presence himself. The attacking group, I started to mention it already, was, I believe, if you want to go with a 4-2-3-1, again, it never really functions like anything super close to whatever is on paper when you have these attackers in there, because they're so fluid. But if you want to call it a 4-2-3-1, you'd have Kingsley Coman on the left wing, Serge Gnabry at the 10, Michael Olise at the right wing, and Harry Kane at the 9. I saw some reports that it was maybe more of a two-striker system where you wanted to use Gnabry as kind of a striker as well with Kane, but I don't know if Gnabry really functioned like that in this one. Gnabry was essentially a nothing burger in this match, but like I said, Coman did great, Olise did great, and Kane did great. I really think, I guess outside of Auckland City, but again, that's Auckland City, this was one of the best matches I've seen from Kingsley Coman that I can remember. Although, let me put it like this. I'm giving Coman a lot of credit, or maybe it sounds like I'm giving Coman a lot of credit, and I am, but I do think that Kane and Olise were better than him. It's just that I don't see Coman at this level as often as I see Olise and Kane at such a high level. So, that was the starting lineup. Early in the match, 9th minute, I want to say. Again, no notes here, so I'm just going off dome. But I want to say 9th minute. Michael Olise curls a ball in off of a corner kick for a goal. But lo and behold, VAR takes a look at it and disallows the goal for some contact that Gnabry had with the keeper. I didn't get a great look at this, to be honest. I thought that it was weak from the keeper. I thought it was weak. I thought if he wanted to, he could have made a move for the ball, but he just didn't. And I thought Boca Juniors was supposed to be some physical team, so a lot of weak play like this, it doesn't really add up to me. But there was definitely contact with Gnabry. I think their keeper initiated the contact, and Gnabry leaned into it, and I guess it was enough for the goal to be taken away, which was a bummer for me, because again, questionable. I don't know. I don't know the exact ruling. I just thought that or like what the rule should really be. I know it's subjective, and I just thought the keeper could have done more there. But lo and behold, we did see Harry Kane break open the match in, I want to say, around the 18th, 19th minute for Bayern Munich. A little bit of chaos with the ball around the box, and Leimer passes it back to Coman, who I believe is credited for the assist, although I don't even know if Coman touched it, and if he did, he wasn't trying to do this. But the ball shoots out back to Kane, and Kane just found himself in the right place at the right time, was relatively open, because Bayern wasn't trying to kick the ball all the way out of the box like this. But Kane was there, and credit to Kane, really nice finish, low and in the corner, and that's really just a striker being a striker. It's just Kane being Kane. Again, right place and right time, but really damn good finish. And then for the rest of the first half, like I said, Bayern Munich was dominant. I mean, should have had 3-4 goals in that first half, no doubt. Kingsley Coman had a miss that I watched multiple times, and I cannot describe to you how he missed it. It's really rare. It understates it to say that he missed a sitter. It was really a goal that I might have to watch it a few more times because I don't understand how he missed it. It was far easier to make that shot than it would have been to miss it. So really perplexing miss there. We saw, a few more good shots. I think Kane had some, Olise had some. Gnabry might have had a breakaway at one point where it was like, wow, I just really thought another one was going to fall, especially because of how dominant Bayern was being in that first half. I mean, Boca Juniors hardly could see the ball. And then second half, they came out a lot more lively. I think second half they were like, all right, we are just going to play dirty. Like we're going to try to, I shouldn't say try to injure guys, but that's what it looked like they were doing. Like I said, nasty challenges, late fouls, and the ref needed to get a better control on the match, in my opinion. He just, Boca Juniors was so physical and was fouling so much where it was like he couldn't call all of their fouls, or he just decided not to, I should say. So he only called the ones that were so egregious, whereas Bayern Munich, they don't foul as much. So anytime Bayern had any sort of a foul, it was being called. What I'm trying to say is it just wasn't even on what was called and what wasn't between the two teams because of their different styles of play. I get it's subjective. I get it's tough to be a ref. I don't want to just harp on this point too much, although I think it is important to mention. And I don't know if, I'm not going to throw on my tinfoil hat for too long here, but obviously FIFA makes this competition to compete with the Champions League, right, which is just European teams. And so it's in their best interest commercially, and it's clearly what they wanted to do is they want these South American teams to look better, and they've been doing great so far. I don't want to take anything away from the performances that these South American teams have put up because it's been truly awesome, but it is in FIFA's best interest for them to do better because these teams obviously can't compete in the UEFA competitions. They're not in the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, whatever. So it's just something to mention here, and I thought based on the refereeing, I don't know, it showed a little bit. Again, this is one match. I'm not totally being a conspiracy theorist here, but hey, maybe it's the heat exhaustion from me standing outside in the sun, again, lugging gear around on these tracks. But the match just pissed me off, honestly, and I just want to be frank about how I saw it. If you didn't see it that way, that's okay. Maybe drop a comment and let me know, and we can talk about it. But again, I'm just one guy. I'm obviously a Bayern Munich fan, so maybe I'm biased, but that's just how I saw things going. But yeah, Boca Juniors came out in the second half and were just a lot more aggressive. They played a lot better, no doubt they played a lot better, and Bayern Munich played a lot worse, but they just came out and were a little bit more aggressive, I think. Maybe the heat was getting to players or whatever, but yeah, late challenges, again, late nasty fouls, and it just wasn't good football. I will put it that way. They eventually get a goal in the 65th minute, maybe, I want to say, and it was a moment where they stole the ball from Olise. They were very physical about it. Nothing was called. They, steal the ball from Olise and go all the way down the pitch with it. And honestly, Ta gets absolutely cooked. And credit to Ta, he took ownership for this after the match in his comments. And I really think what he said was, he put the onus on himself and he took accountability. He acted like a true leader. So I want to give him credit there. But he got cooked. He got dusted. He wasn't in the right position. He got turned around. And Guerrero kind of was nowhere to be found as well, which was, just a bummer. But again, kind of to be expected with Guerrero's defensive performances of late. Stanisic then was like the last line of defense, and he's not a center back, so Stanisic got burned as well. And a nice shot, a nice goal, nothing really Neuer could have done on that one. And then the score was 1-1, and honestly, I kind of thought that's how things were going to end. just based off how the game was going. The crowd really got into it at this point. The hometown crowd for Boca Juniors, I'll call it, was really into it, and rightfully so. I mean, they were neck and neck with a European giant, and it was awesome, I'm sure, for them at that point. And again, their crowd was just great. So it was a crazy environment at the Miami Hard Rock Stadium, I believe it's called, where the Dolphins and Inter Miami play in Miami. So yeah, the crowd was awesome there. But lo and behold, Bayern does not give up. They proved to me in this match why they are not just a good team, but why they are a great team. Getting back in this one, truly special stuff. The goal that happened in the 85th minute by Michael Olise was stuff of legends, and again, I might just be exhausted from the weekend, but yeah, it just felt so special to me. I guess I should mention some subs. Man, who do we all have? Leroy Sané came on in this one. Upamecano came on for I think Guerrero, and then Stanisic shifted out to left back. Sané came on for Coman, it must have been, or maybe Gnabry actually. No, I think it was Coman. Yeah, it would have been Coman because Musiala came on for Gnabry then at the 10 spot, and then Boca Juniors injured him. They were just so physical with Musiala and injured him. Honestly, maybe not smart to bring Musiala on in a match like this. I think that was probably a dumb move by Kompany, as Musiala is just coming back from injury. But yeah, Boca Juniors ends up injuring him. Musiala has to come out. Thomas Muller comes on, and then Bayern has no more subs to use at that point because Boca Juniors was really going after Kane. They were really going after Olise. They were really going after Coman throughout the match. And again, Bayern Munich has no subs to use at that point. At the end of the match there, but it didn't matter because Michael Olise was the hero. Michael Olise and Harry Kane were the heroes, and also Konrad Laimer, I believe, had a hand in that last goal, kind of making a run into the box in the 85th minute, and is able to maintain possession after multiple guys collapse onto him, and then kind of dishes the ball back to Kane. Kane with absolute elite vision in this moment here to know exactly where Olise is, and he's behind Kane. So Kane gets the ball, whips around, and fires a perfect pass right to the left boot of Michael Olise, the best left boot in the world, a left boot that could make grown men cry, could make grown men fall to their knees. Michael Olise's left boot. Harry Kane puts it right on the boot, and Michael Olise, a great fucking finish. From far away, lower left corner, out of the goalie's reach. And that's the match. I mean, Boca Juniors couldn't do anything else after that one. And hey, the ref sure as hell tried, because 8 minutes of stoppage time, I mean, that's just a crock of shit. It shouldn't have been 8 minutes. It should have been maybe 4, if anything. So, yeah, again, I wasn't pleased with a lot of what happened in this match. It made me honestly love the Club World Cup a little bit less than I had been so far, but of course I'm going to watch every Bayern Munich match, and I'm going to be there for it. So let me try to hand out some match awards, since I always forget to do that, and the road is long here. So man of the match, Harry Kane, a goal and an assist. Obviously, Harry Kane is the best player in the world, so he did what he does. Michael Olise, Robin of the match. Michael Olise is slowly becoming, well, I guess quickly becoming, one of the best players in the world. And I think Kane and Olise is the best attacking duo, or becoming the best attacking duo in the world. I tweeted it out yesterday, but man, oh man, how special is that duo. Michael Olise, again, coming to Germany, needing no time to acclimate to the culture, to the language, to the pace of the league. Unlike some guys, you see Kim, you see Polina maybe struggle with this stuff, and Olise just comes right in and balls out. His left foot cut you like a knife, smooth as butter. Michael Olise, 20 goals and 20 assists, maybe 20 plus on assists at this point, but in his first season, in a new country, with a new language, with a new culture. I mean, come on, the guy is so special. And yeah, Olise and Kane have unbelievable finishing, world-class finishing. Kane's vision, otherworldly. This is maybe my tweet verbatim. And Olise's left foot, again, could make a grown man cry. So you have those two. Underrated player of the match, I think I'd give it to Kingsley Coman. I thought Kimmich had a nice match as well, but I'm going to give it to Coman. Defender of the match, maybe Stanisic. I thought he was pretty good throughout this one. So again, the versatility left back and center back is special. So that's what I'll go with for match awards there. Bayern Munich now plays Benfica. If Bayern Munich draws or wins, they win their group. Either way, with this W, they clinched taking first or second in their group, which means they will be advancing to the next round in the Club World Cup. So that's exciting. Jim and I will keep you covered. Again, Jim is on a remote lake in the middle of the woods in Canada, so he definitely won't have any sort of internet service or anything, but yeah, we're going to try to keep you covered. And again, I am in the midst of my busy season as a photographer in the summertime. With these Indy weekends, this is my busiest weekend of the year, but really throughout the week and everything, I'm going to be busy. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to do everything I can, even if it means recording on a phone on the lonesome, dusty trail. I'll get you what you need. Man, that's going to be it for me today. Mia san mia.